Hey guys, I hope everybody's having an amazing morning. Welcome to the Build Your Online Business Morning Show. And today it's all about you guys. We want to know how we can help you best improve your business, get more clients, make more money this year. So we're looking for your feedback. We want you to come every day, but we don't want you to just come hang out. We want to have a meaning, we want to have a rhyme to the reason. And so, guys, we're looking at you today for your feedback. If you haven't already shared the broadcast, make sure you share the broadcast. Invite others. We're here every day around 7:30-ish, right? But we want to know what's important to you this year. What's your focus? And what can we do to help? Should we do different themes each week? Different business themes? What should we do? Hey, good morning, Lakeisha. Hey, Chanel. Lakeisha said she didn't get no email from us.
Lakeisha who?
Skurlock, the royalty email from Saturday.
I'll go and see if she was in the back office, she got an email because 39 went out unless she didn't opt in.
Make that smile. But right. I put her in the chat.
She smiled after that.
That's that customer service smile.
That's all I just say. That's that customer service.
So guys, what do you need help with in your business? And that's one thing that we've got to all know as business owners, what our opportunity areas are. I'm gonna run and grab my coffee, but I'm checking in the chat.
Checking it twice. Hey, good morning, Dee. Good morning, Summer. And guys, listen, hey, over there in Periscope land, our viewers over there, hey, what's up? Shout out to y'all. Shout out to our YouTube viewers. Thank you for joining us this morning. Hey, whatever y'all do over there on Periscope to share it with your peoples, go ahead and do that. Hit that little man down there at the end on the bottom.
I think you swipe up, don't you?
Swipe up, swipe left, swipe right. Y'all know, because I'm not over there on Periscope land.
That's the Tinder, ain't it?
Is it Tinder? Well, you can get your business tenderized. Like, come on and do and share it with your folks over there. And over YouTube, y'all just go ahead and hit that notification bell so y'all know
ring the bell.
When the Build Your Online Business show come online. You want to be here live because we be giving away prizes. We be giving away all kinds of stuff. Y'all hear what I say? We be giving away.
I heard that.
Right.
Good morning, Denise. Good morning, Summer.
Hey guys. So thank you for joining us. Go ahead and share the broadcast. And listen, we are answering all, or maybe some, or maybe one,
or maybe none.
We might have to put y'all on a limit with all these business questions. But if you have any business questions, and let me tell you, if you have any question, there is nothing under the sun this woman can't answer. This woman,
right? Jamie is super smart. Whatever you ask, Jamie knows.
Oh, I got an answer for you. You may not like it. I got an answer. But if you want the right answer, you need to go to the goat of all goats. The goat of all goats, the coaches of all coaches.
Good morning, Tiandra.
Not the one, the only Coach Danielle. Hallelujah. Look to your name and say, what you got to know, what you want to know in your business. Now, if she's opening up.
I thought you were going to say, look to your neighbor and say, what you got in your cup. Thank you, Tiandra, Chanel, for sharing the video this morning.
Thank you guys for joining. Oh, y'all are piling. Y'all are showing out up here at the Build Your Online Business Show, morning show. We come here every single morning, y'all. Sometimes y'all be missing us on Saturdays and Sundays, but we be there. We be watching.
We be there in spirit. We host the bedside edition. Amen. Hello, Presbyterian.
What are your business questions? I know y'all got some. If you starting your business, if you are already in business, but you're not making the numbers that you want to, what is that in business that's stopping?
Morris said the coach. Coachulations 8 and 12. Girl, I'm gonna put that on a shirt.
Did you tell them? Oh, okay. D made that up.
This said coachulations.
Coachulations. That's right.
8 through 12. And in the beginning, there was Coach.
And when she speak, honey, money just follow her everywhere she go. Man,
Girl,
I be rubbing on her.
we finna have to beat these rubber bands up off us this year.
That's right, guys. And you don't know what we talking about. We talking about those 5 things every business needs. What we talking about, y'all? Y'all remember? Y'all watch it on the morning show. You faithful watchers. Y'all know those 5 things.
D, I'm gonna send you one. D, you gonna get the first shirt. Bands.
D, you gonna get the first shirt after
Bundles.
It's already been given out.
Racks and stacks.
Bands. That's right. Hey, good morning, Miss Rollins.
So your coffee is on the way, Chanel. So guys, what business questions do you have? And as a business owner, maybe that would be a good prize giveaway this week. Maybe I could give away some of those business assessment masterclasses, because as a great business owner, you should always know what the priority is. And good morning, Tamika. And that's one of the reasons that you have such a hard time making business decisions, because you don't have a priority system. You have no process. And when you don't have a process, everything's a fire. Everything needs to be done right now, everything. And so even me, getting bit by the spider made me say, wait a minute now, we doing too much. What can we put on the back burner? What can we change? What can we shift so that we make the main thing the main thing?
The mastermind.
I don't know what that means. She'll finish it in a minute. So we always have to know what the priority is for us. Because that's another thing, that based on our skills, based on our business type, based on our geographical region, based on the season. She said the mastermind class would be a great giveaway.
Giveaway for free?
The business assessment mastermind, yeah.
Oh, I thought she was talking about, never mind. I know too much. I know too much.
Oh, I was about to say, ooh, you get that away.
Definitely do this year. Do a better job of consistently giving away digital prizes to help you grow your business. In the past, we've been looking for laptops and this, that, and the other. I think maybe we do those giveaways too consistently, but I think the prizes that are going to help you guys the most are going to be the prizes to help you build your business.
And keep you focused on the money, which is the main thing.
I think products on fear, how to defeat fear, products on how to build a team. All those things are just as important as a laptop, because you can have a laptop and no team and no revenue.
Right.
Girl, you can have a laptop and not know what to do with it.
True.
So you looking at the laptop, and girl, the laptop looking at you. Like, girl, what we about to do? Now I know, for example, me and Chanel, we beat the beat up on these laptops. We beat the beat up.
Glued up with the laptop.
Affected.
All right, Miss Tamika.
Absolutely. And that's something, Tamika, that as a coach, that is my number one focus for all of my clients. Is why you not moving towards the bottom line. And how do we get there faster? And I'm gonna be honest about my evolution as a coach. When I started coaching, I thought that it was gonna be 90% strategy and 10% motivation.
Oh.
But now I find it's 90% motivation. And I'm gonna say 70% motivation, 20% creativity. Because when my clients won't move, I gotta go to the drawing board and say, okay, well, what can I put in place that's going to help them move? That's one of the reasons we're about to start automating marketing for our clients. If all you got to do is flip a switch in order to make it happen, then who wouldn't do it?
Yeah.
So let's take away the excuses. You don't have to show up every day. You don't have to go live every day. You know, let's just stop battling these monsters. And maybe when you start to see some results
Yeah.
based on the stuff you got out there, you'll be more motivated, because I can't make people market like I market.
Yeah.
I can't make people want it like I want it.
And move like you move, because you move quickly, Coach.
Jamie, you do too.
I be procrastinating most of the time. In my head.
I don't believe that.
I do. I'm a procrastinator.
Do you know I have a procrastination spirit?
Do you?
What?
I didn't know that. No.
What?
So people look at us and people look at us as like, what?
That used to be me and my mom's joke, and she wouldn't let me. I used to call myself the queen.
Wow.
And she wouldn't let me. She's like, don't give yourself that title.
Yeah.
But do you know what broke the back of procrastination? Action.
Just doing it.
I do it before I get a chance to get scared. I do it before I get an opportunity. So when I have an idea, I just do it.
Yeah.
I trust my hunches. I trust my experience and my expertise.
Oh, Coach, can we talk about that trust though? Because see, that's where my procrastination lies, is not trusting me, not trusting that I'm going to be able to carry it out.
Okay, then don't trust you, but do you trust me?
God.
What,
Oh,
do you trust the Lord?
Oh yeah.
And do you trust me?
I do. I trust y'all more than I trust me. And so
with that being said, that's why I be telling y'all, let me know what's going on, so you're not over there making bunk decisions by yourself.
Right.
Because it's not about your capacity. The first capacity, remember, is him.
Yeah.
And the fact that, you know, he can do what we can't.
Absolutely.
The second capacity is me, and the third capacity is you got a family of women around you. So somebody in this group can get it done.
Yeah.
And so that's why we have to be closer. Matter of fact, I've been offered an opportunity to be on this magazine cover as one of the top 30 women mover and shakers. Actually, the top mover and shaker. And I was thinking about putting y'all on the cover with me.
You always doing that, lady. You have your own magazine, and you will not brace the cover of your own magazine.
Because it ain't about me, bud.
And no, she just is cute. She need to be inspiring women.
It ain't even about that now. I don't like but I know I'm cute.
Hear me out. There's a whole lot of women that look like us that don't ever get to see us on nothing.
And
so it is always
like 7 magazine covers.
It's always inspiring.
Right. But don't see the us that's actually making millions of dollars.
Absolutely.
And let me tell you what the problem is. And the bigger problem is that they don't see the us working together. Well, I think that's a big shit. If it was 20 years ago and Oprah wasn't around and and Serena wasn't around, it's women out there getting bread. Yeah. What you don't see is you don't see the women behind those women. And so every woman thinks that your coffee pulling up, Chanel.
Oh, let me go. Let me turn this camera
Every woman thinks that she's got to do this by herself. And what women don't really realize is the thicker your village, the thicker your wallet, period.
Yeah.
The thicker your village, the thicker your wallet. And so while a lot of women running around trying to get their technology right, trying to get this right, trying to get that right, they don't realize the thicker your village, the thicker your wallet.
It's collaboration. And you're right, it is hard to see a group of women of this size. Me talking about your little girlfriends, your 4 or 5 girlfriends that you call. I'm talking about like hundreds of women that get along and love each other.
That's my point.
Yeah. Like genuinely love each other. There's no judgment or criticism, but we gonna push each other. That's one of the things that you can't give up in this crew. So hey, good morning, Shanita. Good morning, Michelle. I don't know if I said good morning to you guys. Hey, and again, over there in Periscope land, if you're just now joining us, thank you for joining us this morning. Hey, out there in YouTube land, thanks for joining us.
So does that make sense what I'm saying? I really think women have got it wrong.
Like that, though, Coach. You've always been the support your team, support your community, push them first, put them in front of you. You've always been that type of person. So it didn't shock me, that I had to kind of beat you down. And then I just gave up the fight because ain't no way you're going to get on the cover of this magazine. But when that magazine coming out, because you're going to be on yours before you be on theirs. When it coming out?
We're going to talk about that.
When the magazine coming out, Coach?
Let's talk about that.
See how she be doing me, y'all?
Let's talk about that.
I know I'm a spy.
But if y'all only knew how little it is about me.
I know.
Can you cheers? Berlin, you don't drink coffee?
Wait, let me do it the way the editors do.
You can free advertisement right now, Starbucks, but trust and believe I'm coming for them wallets.
Yes, please. We will be accepting.
I'm coming to sit in your pocket, Starbucks. Hey,
filtered water. That filtered water is everything.
Girl, let me tell y'all, if y'all don't do anything else, go to Starbucks and get a large iced water. Girl, you talking about some water that's delicious.
Oh my gosh.
Why everything tastes good coming out of Starbucks?
Girl,
refreshing.
It's the cup, the straw, the time care, the coffee been nestled up against them coffee beans, so it's got an essence of Arabica.
Yes.
Man, let me tell you something.
You walk up in there tomorrow, oh, they're brewing pikes.
What is that, a blind rose?
Have a blind rose?
Oh my God, it's amazing.
So yeah, so definitely, I think we need to, this is what I think we need to do. I think we need to do a business theme every week. We need to start finding guests, I think.
Guys, would you like to be a guest on the Build Your Online Morning Show? Say me in the chat if you want. And when we first started, that was before I graced the stages. You guys used to have those pop-up hot seat.
Oh, I used to love that, but it was so hard to get people in the hot seat.
They would be too scared.
In the hot seat. Want to make you sweat. Want to get in the hot seat. Want to make you wet. Sweat.
Hot seat too hot.
You know what I love about Chanel? I don't care if I start walking toward the Mojave Desert. I'm not gonna have to look too far back.
She's gonna be right there.
My friend walking too.
Right.
You forgot your shoes.
Hot tea too hot.
Oh Lord.
So let's also, we need a daily outline. We talked about it before, but just like they do on the radio, I think we need an outline of what we're gonna talk about, this segment, that segment, this segment, and everybody had their own segments they talk about. Maybe we do the donkey of the day like the Breakfast Club.
So guys, what do you want to hear and see from us on the BYOB morning?
D. Morris says Chanel is the real deal.
For real deal. For real deal.
Holy Phil.
For life.
For life.
What are we going to say, lady guys? So if you haven't done so already, go ahead and share the broadcast. But listen, put in the chat, put in the studio audience. We want to hear from you. What is it that you want to see more of on the morning show? Do you want to see other guests? Do you want to see other real women entrepreneurs take that hot seat and ask their business questions and get them answered live on the show.
Yeah, ask them, does anybody have any questions they want to ask this morning?
And if you have any questions that you want to ask this morning, you don't have to get in the hot seat and come on camera, but you can put it in the studio audience and we'll answer those questions. Let me hop on over here to Periscope land and see what they doing over here, wrecking up the place. The Periscope, boy, they love them some Coach.
Yeah, that's where I found her.
That's where you refound me.
Look, again.
Yeah, that was the rebirth.
Yep.
Lord, we got 325 viewers over here on Periscope.
Tell them what's up.
Hey, Periscope.
Hey, boo. Hey, boo, hey.
What it do?
Hey, Ladybug. Hey, I can't even.
Hey, Ladybug. I ain't seen Ladybug in forever. Y'all know I remembers everyone's.
Everybody. So guys, if you're over in Periscope land, I will be watching for your questions. If you have any business questions, what's your number one biggest business priority for 2020?
Okay, I know mine.
Help you. You know yours?
I know mine.
Evangelist?
Yes, hallelujah. Because
Hallelujah.
one day I was making a cup of tea and I was rolling a lemon gently back and forth across the counter. Boil my water. I didn't put it in the microwave.
She said gently.
You don't do microwave water.
Gently.
I don't do microwave water.
No.
But I think my biggest one is just being consistent and really planning my profits this year. And then really taking the time to go back and analyze why I didn't hit my goal and being real with myself.
So can we be honest? Let's talk about that. Let's pick that apart. One of the reasons that y'all don't see me doing as much profit planning is because the right actions will make the right profit. Profit planning has a good and a bad side. Sometimes when you see yourself doing so well, it will cause you to pull up short.
Wow.
It will cause you to start to get nervous. It will cause you to start to get complacent. So trust and believe when you are consistent, the right profits, they come automatically.
Yeah.
When you do the right things, we were talking about last night, the bell curve. Let me see if I can pull it up so I can show it to you guys. And I said, if you gave 100 people the key to making $1 million, how many people you think would use it? Well, the bell curve says that if you give 100 people specific instructions on anything, how to perform, how to be successful, 20% are going to apply all of the instructions and meet the goal. 70 would do the bare minimum. 70% will do some of the formula. They'll do just enough. And 10% is not going to do any of the formula, or they're going to be a needs improvement. I used to argue this because even on high performing teams, there is still somebody who's at the bottom. However, in a team of 20 or 30, I used to argue, if my bottom is better than your top, you're not going to penalize my bottom just because they're on a high performing team. You need to go get that whole team over there and and I made them change it, because in larger groups, the larger the group, the more this is true. You got 1,000 people, you're going to have 20% that are exceeds, 70% that are meets, 10% that are needs improvement. The smaller the group, the harder it gets, because there are groups that are high performing groups. But the shame of it is if you gave 100 people exact instructions on what you do to make money, only 20%. So look at the mentorship. See, this is what keeps you from going crazy as a coach, because you got to realize that in everything you do, Jamie, look at your clients. You got 20% that's going to do everything you tell them to do.
Yeah.
You got 70% that you're going to have to help, but eventually they're going to get there.
Mhm.
And then you got that 10% that's going to show up and barely show up.
Yeah.
So it's just like, what's the name of the man? Tim Grover's book, Relentless. Are you a cooler? Are you a closer? Or are you what's the other one?
Is that the oh, that's not the achiever and the super achiever one.
Look, I see Verlin
Shuffling
flipping
paper
pages.
over there, looking at the notes.
Verlin's the historian. She's gonna find it.
It was a cooler, a closer.
It was 4 of them, right?
I think just 3.
The cooler, the closer, and the cleaner.
The cleaner.
There you go, D. Morris. Come through, readers. I'm super excited about our new $1 Million Book Club. Good morning, Heather. We love you. I'm super excited about our new $1 Million Book Club. Coolers, closers, and cleaners. Now, the cooler is the 10%. They will do under duress. The closer does a decent job most of the time.
Mhm.
But the cleaner shows up regardless. That cleaner, that's the Kobe Bryant's. And he made the analogy of how I think Kobe had torn his Achilles tendon or whatever it's called. What's that joint called? Chanel, the one that's
ACL.
Yeah, he had torn his ACL.
Ooh.
And that's super painful.
Ooh.
And he was he got fouled while doing it. And he could have left the game and nobody would have been mad. But the Lakers were down 2 points. And not only did he go to the finish, not only did he go to the free throw line, he hit both his shots. That's a freaking cleaner.
Wow.
Is that under the most pressure, I'm going to show up and I'm going to show out. And so I always ask people, that's a good exercise for the mentorship Monday. Are you a cooler? Are you a cleaner? Are you a cooler? Are you a closer? And are you a cleaner? Now, coolers do have some closer attributes. Closers do have some cleaner attributes. But where do you reside most often? Are you willing to do whatever it takes? Are you willing to do some of what it takes until it gets uncomfortable? Or are you not doing anything? And this is the hardest thing for people to realize, is that your success has more to do with you than it does with outside influence, than it does with economic indicators, than it does with anything else in the world. Your success is your cross to bear. And if you don't like it, there's always a way to change it. But you've got to be willing to do whatever it takes. And that's where people get lost. And, you know, people don't like to hear this stuff. People want people that's going to sit and lie to them and tell them that, you know, you ain't got to do the work and you can use all these magic freaking bullets. And,
Yeah.
you know, people want you to, oh, well, if you get automation, if you spend all this money on funnels and if
I say, yeah, if you get a funnel, the
Buy
money
all
will
my
come.
templates. Buy all my
Yes.
templates.
But that's a lie. And I'm not going to ever lie to anybody to get paid.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn. You know, even with funnels, somebody's got to do the work to write the email sequence in the funnels.
Yeah.
Even with a webinar, somebody's got to record the doggone webinar. Somebody got to set up the Facebook ads.
Mhm.
I don't care what it is that you do. There is work involved to get it done. And so if you're not willing to do the work, okay, so I'm gonna give y'all an example. Not to pick on my mentees, but I'm gonna just use them. So I said, y'all, I'm getting ready to launch a t-shirt brand. Exactly, D. What you it's old school. Remember when we first started using computers, and they said trash in, garbage out.
Mm-hmm.
You put garbage in a computer, you're gonna get garbage out of a computer.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with your business. You put garbage in your business, you're gonna get garbage out of your business. So we said, I said, I'm getting ready to launch a t-shirt brand. Who wants to come help? So a lot of people volunteered. A lot of people volunteered immediately. Some people waited until, okay, so here we go. Here we go, 2017. Some people stepped up and said immediately, I want to help.
Yeah.
Some people waited a few days and said, I want to help. And then about 10% of the people waited until the 11th hour
Mhm.
when the meeting had started and said, let me in.
Yeah.
I said, okay. So I asked them, well, why you struggle with stepping up? Why do you struggle with being a leader? And some of them said, well, time. I'm worried, will I have time? Well, this is a volunteer project. So if you thought you weren't gonna have time, you shouldn't have volunteered to begin with.
Mhm.
I volunteer.
Right?
Yeah.
Because nothing is going to do itself. So if you're going to volunteer, then be ready to do the work. And then that's where we go again. Out of the bell curve, when you say who's gonna step up, look at the mentorship, it's
Mhm.
always the same 20%.
Yeah.
Now you got 70% that'll do whatever you assign them to do. And then you got 10% that'll barely do anything. And that realization, that brutal honesty, that's why I think we need to give away that business assessment. That brutal honesty of, I'm not making the money because of what I did.
Yes.
I'm not where I want to be because what I'm focused on. That's why even me, I had to go back to some grassroots and say, okay, before I expand, I got to do some things that I know are going to bring revenue in. Before I do cute things like focus on the magazine or focus on this, focus on that, I got to focus on where the money is.
Yeah. And also, if you look at the receipts and the fruit from the 20 that do move their feet, you can see a vast difference from those businesses that are moving and are progressing towards their goals, and those that are stagnant and are still struggling because they can't afford to pay anything because they don't have any money. But you don't have money because you don't move your feet. And I know it sounds weird because, well, how can I move my feet if I don't have no money? But how can you get money if you don't move your feet though? Flip that thing around. So it's really, I used to say that all the time. I don't have money to buy a tech team. And then I was in, Coach has this training on the dream team. Man, if I don't go back and look at that thing every now and then, I regularly go back and look at it, especially when I see a need in my company. And especially if I see something that is causing me to spend more time in the operations and not in the sales, I go back to that dream team. Okay, I need this, I need that and that. It's really about education. It's about learning, what you need in your business. That business assessment is going to make you sit down and take a really good look at, do you really have a business? I hear people say that all the time. It used to make me mad when they say, well, you don't have a business, you have a hobby. It used to irritate the heck out of me because I was broke. I'm like, I'm not doing this just to be, you know what I'm saying? Don't call my business a hobby. But I wasn't making the right decisions in my business that would produce finances. So I had to get a coach.
And if you're taking care of people and it's not resulting in revenue, then you got to ask yourself, am I in business or am I promoting a hobby?
But they have to be coachable too. You can't come into a situation where you're not making money, you're not moving your feet, and now you know everything.
And I'm gonna tell you what's better for me.
Right. Well, oh, that might work for you and your tribe, but I know I need to do this. But what you're doing isn't making you revenue, not consistently, not sometimes. So you definitely have to be coachable. You got to understand that you don't know it all.
Yep. I don't care how much you love.
You don't know you need to pay for.
You got to invest.
And not only do you not know it all, but understanding too that the accountability. Sometimes you don't even act on what you know. So there's a level of accountability that you need. Good morning, Tisha, that you need as well. And nobody, there's very, very, very few people who are self-driven.
Yeah.
Very few people. And I'm gonna tell you, one of the reasons I'm self-driven is because I feel, and I will always feel that if I can do it for this job, and I did it for the job, I don't remember having a supervisor the whole time I was in Chase. Oh, I had people that were my supervisor on the hierarchy. I had people, I had lines to, and I had a dotted line to this person, and I was on the chart for this person. But in terms of somebody to show up every day and show me the vision, show me what to do, show me where to take action, show me how to connect with people, I didn't have that. I did all of that on my own. To give me the strategy, I can honestly say the entire time I was there, I figured out my own formulas and then shared them with my teams. I remember having a boss that was just a boss in namesake. His name was Manny. And if I tell you, he didn't know anything but how to kiss butt. That's all he knew. And so I figured out how to improve. We were all in tech support, and I figured out how to improve our stats and get the same amount of work done. Oh, if he didn't just take so much credit for that. Credit has never been an issue. I really don't give a damn about getting credit. I want to get the bread. So as long as I got paid, I didn't care. But then I started realizing that there was a correlation between him stealing my credit and how he was promoted. And needless to say, once I was promoted out from under him, he couldn't make it. And that became my history. Whenever I was promoted out from under somebody, they couldn't make it. So yeah, you have to be coachable. You have to be willing to be honest with yourself. But y'all, we're gonna take the feedback that you gave us. Hopefully by next week, you're gonna see a better, brighter, more polished morning show. We're gonna take everything back into the drawing board, and we're gonna get out of here, guys, and we'll see you guys a little bit later. Y'all have a great morning.
Bye.